Hey everybody. I just wanted to know, has anybody else noticed it's kind of getting rough out there? Are you are you getting tired? I do sometimes. And man, Satan's having a party, you know. He's pretty clever too. Have you ever wondered why God thought it was important enough to mention fear him and not man? Well, it's important, and it's especially important today because I don't know about anybody else, but I'm often tempted just to stay home, disengage, pack my bags, and wait on the rapture, right? But we can't do that because people need us. And so I think it's important to kind of know what Satan is doing and how he's doing it to keep us from engaging with our fellow man, even though it is getting more dangerous to do so these days. It is. And I understand that fear. I understand, the threats that we face. It's starting even here in the West, even though it's minor compared to other countries. I do realize that. But persecution is coming. And that's how Satan operates, through the persecution of men. And the reason why is because the way God created us to be like a herd species, we need each other, not just, for finances and community and all that. It's even deeper. It's a chemical need that we have for one another. The human being, they always tell us the essentials are food, shelter, and water, right? Well, that's not it. They missed one, obviously. That's because it's love. Human beings need love. We need to be able to connect with one another. I'm doing these videos kind of like on the fly, so you'll have to forgive me if I pause sometimes. I'm just trying to remember the details. But chemically, we need one another. And that's because not only do humans need one another for the good chemicals like serotonin and all that, we also rely on one another to gauge whether our brain is working right, whether we're sane or not. That feedback that we get in our daily conversations with people help us, sometimes subconsciously, to self-monitor. If we say something and the whole room goes quiet, we know we've committed a faux pas. And if that experience happens over and over, we start to realize there's something wrong with what we're thinking. And in the background, it's all of these chemicals are working within us. Whether we're being accepted or if we're being shunned, it's a chemical thing. God is so amazing. He is so amazing with what he's done with the human mind, the human body. So Satan knows that we need food, shelter, water, and love. He knows that. So what does he do? He uses the very things that humans need to exist. Think about it for a minute. Cults do this. You'll notice one important altar of religion also engages in this, and it's diabolically clever. He uses our need for family, community, finances. He'll even threaten life to keep you quiet, to keep you sat down and keep you quiet. And so we have to realize that right now That has really ramped up. People are afraid to say anything online. They'll get canceled or what's the word? Not ghosted, but something like that. Shadow banned. And so we're walking around on our tiptoes, trying to be so politically correct so that we don't get reprimanded by our peers. Because Satan knows that we cannot exist without them. When a person is shunned or put into solitary confinement, let's say, they go insane. They eventually go insane and die. And that is the importance of our need for others. And I get it. I get it. Some of us are this close to being done with humans altogether. We have our pets, that we can connect with. That gives us some relief. But it's defeat as well. We are defeated by closing ourselves off from our fellow humans. And I don't know about you, but I don't want to end the race sitting on the sidelines crying my eyes out. I want to still be fighting when we hear that shofar. We're the bride of Christ. I don't want to just sit down after having learned one macaroni and cheese recipe. I want to get my trousseau really packed. I want to keep learning how to be a good bride, because the one we're engaged to through the Holy Spirit gave up his life for us. I think he deserves more than one mac and cheese recipe. And I know you would feel the same way if you think about it. And so know that these maneuvers from Satan, they're serious. They're serious because we do need humans. But if we know what's happening, if we can see what he's doing, then we can make a better choice, a better informed choice about how much risk we're going to engage with and how much we're willing to lose. Because we need to be back out there. I don't know, there are a lot of people who would be happy to just hit you over the side of the head and put you in the ground, and then there are people that look like they would be happy to do that, but are in actuality just hurting and so confused. And I'm hoping that we can believe and trust in God enough to continue to go out there and fight every day. Build more recipes and pack our trousseau, Just so know, he wants us isolated. He wants us feeling crazy. He wants us feeling shame. And he wants us feeling guilt. These are all Satan's MOs. And we've got to fight that. If we know that's what he's doing, we can make better choices. We can make braver choices. I'm hoping that this little talk will help somebody to get up in the morning. Let's try it again. All right. Love y'all.